What is up, Cahir Club? Welcome back to the CahirLIVE live stream. How goes it? I hope everybody's had a lovely start to their weekend. It is hello Mango, how goes it? And hello Brugger, hello Jello, and hello Ricky. What mons did we get? I can do a quick recap, and hello Rob as well. Yeah, today we are back with our Pokemon Ultra Moon Egglocke. Last stream we did Dynamax Adventures because I'd come down with COVID. This stream, I've still got COVID, but my brain's working a bit better, so I'm a bit more prepared to take on all the hard fights we got today, including... fuck, I forgot his name. Guzma, Gladion, Nanu, Guzma, but again, I forgot Faber. He comes before Guzma does. And Lucamine. That's like 6 pretty-big fights. All like one after another. So, the hamster Gear's brain is running again. Yeah, no, he's better. He's up and at his wheel. Going around and round and round. Hopefully he doesn't kick the bucket halfway through stream. But yeah, I can do a quick recap of Mons if people would like. People would like that. Let me hop on in. There we go. Alright. What we got in the box? I believe we got another Brugamon. Did we? Or did I just assume we got another Brugamon? Oh no, we did get another Brugamon. We got Femboy a couple streams ago. I know Femboy's a Brugamon. I'm satisfied that it's a Jangmo and nothing more suspicious. We got Toxic. I think Toxic was our last encounter of the last stream, which is pretty cool. Because that's a nice, good water poison type with defense. Starmon we got at some point as well. We also got Smashy Bros. Kind of Brugacore, but I don't think it's a Brugamon. You know? Yeah, your Starmon. Oh, Starmon is yours! You managed to gaslight Rob into thinking it was his. Oh, that's a thought. You've not been here for a bit, have you? Also, Boatface. Also, Boatface. Did Boatface die? No, Boatface is still here. Boatface is just in the next box. We also got Boatface, the Delmise. Who's the other? Oh yeah, Smashy Bros is yours. Smashy Bros. Oh wait, no, Smashy Bros wasn't the big help during the Mimikyu fight. But Smashy Bros was one of the plans for the Mimikyu fight. I believe Smashy Bros had like a moment to shine later on, right? It was Staryu because Starmie's your favorite Pokemon of all. Ah, very nice, very nice. But, I just want to double check if any more of these guys could... I know Sorcon's Rob's. Any more of these guys could be yours, perchance, because we've hatched a lot. We've hatched a lot. We've also lost a few, but we've hatched a lot. I know that one's Rob's. That one's Rob's. That one's Brugger's. And also, when you first got Sun and Moon, you instantly shiny hunted a Staryu. Very nice. I remember I shiny hunted a Staryu on Christmas Day, I believe, or was it New Year's? It might have been New Year's. Oh, it was New Year's. It was New Year's. New Year's 2017. I was shiny hunting. And Kiddie Pool. Do we know who Kiddie Pools is yet? I'm not sure we know who Kiddie Pools is. There are a few people who like weren't here for a few weeks. So now there are like a bunch of mystery mons. We don't know who they're from quite. No one's claimed them. And Kiddie Pool is one of them. And Kiddie Pool's been an absolute goat. You chose it because it's busted and competitive, and it was your first ever Pokemon. That's fair, that's fair. Yeah, had me for a little while, as I was seriously considered submitting a Staryu. But I think I went back on the idea. You think? We'll find out. But yeah, Incineroar is pretty cracked, and it's also funny because Hal's starter was Incineroar, so we each kind of have our own now. We have 2 starters on our team with Yoshi as well at the moment. And then Raina. Oh, that's a thought. We've got 2 Brugamons on the team now, because El Beliador is still alive. I love the Wishy-Washy. It's really useful if you use it right. Yeah, Wishy Washy is really cool. Wishy Washy has been the GOAT. Anyway, I think to start off this stream, we're going to take a quick trip back to a previous island. That's not the button I need to press. I was in the, I've got fly, I need to fly mindset. But that's not in this game. No, that's Pony. I want to quickly take us back to here. I think you may be on my final 1 or 2 mods now, potentially the last, and it's a banger. Ah, interesting, interesting. By the way, Reina was the only reason you got so far in your bug-only Pokerogue run. I mean, Reina is kind of... Hello? Is kind of cracked. Rob bigs up Reina a lot, and I think it's easy to think he might be hyperbolizing a bit, but he's just not. You should have added a second. I see. Did you only submit one mon then? Whoa, yeah, baby. That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo! Thanks, bro. Welcome back. I hope your weekend's gone off to a good start. How does this work? I've only ever done Nuzlocke before. Do you start off with 6 eggs or get a new one per area? Yeah, basically, a few months before this started, I sent out a Google form and said to my viewers, submit eggs. Give me eggs. Give me Pokemon. And you guys did do that. And gave me a bunch of Pokemon. And basically when I get to a new route, instead of an encounter, I take one of the eggs from the box and I use that instead. So it's all Pokemon submitted by viewers.
C-A-E-G-G.
C-A-E-G-G. Say C-A-E-G-G. Alright. I will not be using another repel. We will be getting our encounter here. Oh. Oh, no. I'm glad that was a pearl. That could have been like a level 3, I'm going to be honest. I'm pretty sure we could have had access to that for a while, so I'm guessing the fishing Pokemon weren't all that high level.
Yahoo! C-A-H egg.
Did not work either. I know that the Milotic evolution item's somewhere around here, to be clear. That's why I'm here. Because we can get the, prison scale. Oh, that sounds pretty cool. It is. It's been a lot of fun. Been cool seeing what people have submitted. Whether they be a dog trio, or a Diglett, with the only physical attacking move being Fissure. Or, like, actually cracked competitive mons. Your weekend's been crazy. The Alolan Raichu outbreaks have a base 1 in 200 shiny rate. I've heard.
Car egg.
Close enough. Close enough. Welcome back, Egg. Yeah, I've heard. I've seen a lot of people doing really well with them. Oh, that's our encounter, I just realized. Alright.
Yahoo! Car egg.
Level 18, that's, now that I think about it, I think we could have gotten here as early as we could have fished. Oh, that was right on the ball, actually, that one. I'll be honest. Currently sitting on 147 shiny Alolan Raichu. What are you gonna do with that many? That's more than 4 boxes full. What motivated you to continue past like 1 box? I'm gonna throw away this tissue quickly. Okay. I'm pretty sure. I might just be wrong. I'm gonna write down level 18 because that's obviously a new encounter that we'll be getting later. Let me just double check. Let me just double check where we get this, because I could have sworn it was here. Miracle scale. No, it's prison. It's giving me marble scale. Right. I was wrong. It's Executor Island. You get it. Oh well, we've got another. We've got a new encounter, and I feel like that was an important thing to get anyway. I've been fucking lied to. What? I look it up and it's like, yeah, you can get this at Executor Island. No, actually, it's right there. Cool. So that means off stream I'll probably evolve the Feebas into Milotic. Which seems like a pretty good plan to me. Although I might end up using Marini instead next, just because it's a better level. The base rate's already 1 in 200. And then you get the 60 KO bonus. And then the sandwich bonus. It's nuts. Something like 1 in 50. And now you have 147 shiny Alolan Raichu. Now it could never appear in a game again and you'd still be set. As in Alolan Raichu. Regular Raichu's probably going to appear in more games. Alright. Yeah, now that's all done. Let's start making our way towards Po Town. I'm not sure how far we're going to get today. I'm hoping we can get to Lusamine. But I'm, like, torn. Oh. I'm torn on whether or not we're going to, like, run encounter. Thank you, Brugger. Alright, basically I've done this because we're only going to get one encounter this stream otherwise. Like, we're going to get a load once we've, we're gonna get a load once, like, we get to, Pony, but, like, before then, we're gonna be, that's 18, okay, we've got 20 eggs left, that's really not many. Over halfway. So, 4! Give it up for number 4! You got your second shiny Alolan Raichu. Hell yeah, congratulations. But yeah, number 4. Bob 5. Number 4 is Bob 5. You can always have a submit some more. I don't think that'll be necessary. I think we have too many. That's your boy. That's your boy. Bob 5 is your boy. Oh, of course! Of course! I did that just in time. I switched just in time. Bob V. Bob 5. Nidoking's pretty hyped, to be fair. Only level 18, though, which isn't that great of a level. But that's fine. That's okay. Yeah, I think I might need to scrounge for some encounters at some point later. At a later point in the game. Just to make sure I can hatch all the eggs before the Elite Four. To be fair, maybe I'll just do that anyway, you know? Or maybe I'll do that for Rainbow Rocket. I'm guessing this guy has competitive moveset. This is especially attacking Nidoking. Is this especially attacking Nidoking? Is that what this is? I need to remember to, What was it called? Top up my eggs when I evolve my Milotic as well. Yeah, maybe I'll, after we beat the Elite Four, hatch the rest of the eggs. Oh, evolution. And then once that's done, we can, do the thing. Rainbow Rocket with all the eggs. Reminiscent of Gen 1, I see. Look, I did it as the Smallant wiki said, but I filled in the cracks with moves that have the same type. I see, I see. Alright. Now Bob 5 is level 18. You know, let's look at Bob 5 on the PC. Nidoking gets some good special coverage. It does, it does. It's got Sludge Bomb, Ice Beam, and Hidden Power, which is kind of... Very good. Why is it adamant? As the Yoshi, I see, I see. That does kind of make its moveset very incompatible with its nature, though. I'll be honest. Wait, give me a moment. Sorry about that. Alright. I said what I said. Hidden Power is probably ground anyways. I'll look at what it was in the wiki. Probably. I mean, I could use it with an entirely retooled moveset. But... Adamant Nidoking with only special moves. Okay, sure, but that could not have been for an Adamant Nidoking. Like, I'm sure that moveset works fine on a Nidoking of any other nature. I think Adamant is the issue here. Can we get, like, Flash Cannon this way? Sorry, don't apologize. This is funny. Apologize to... You know what? If I say that, that's a bit mean. I won't say that. Alright. I don't think we can get an encounter at the altar, unfortunately. But I'm going to go there anyway, because I think we get, like, Psystrike there. Not Psystrike. Psystrike's Mewtwo's move, isn't it? Psyshock? Psyshock. The psychic attack that does physical damage. Psyshock. I was right. I'm so smart. Alright. It's funny you're allowed here now, because this is just like the same theme as the other altar in the other place. It's a sheer force Nidoking, right? You could always go for the elemental punches if you got those. Are those in Sun and Moon? Or are they just... Oh, if they're shooter moves, I might be able to do Mantine Surfing for it. Wait, I think you wanted to say blame the guy who made the nature adamant. I was gonna be more like... Apologize to... yourself. For rolling the worst Nidoking. But I just felt that a bit harsh. But now I've kind of said it anyway. So I guess my apology is now to you. My apology is now to you. You know, I didn't think we'd actually, Oh yeah, the tutor moves. I think so, but they might be Mantine Surf tutor moves. Let's get our encounter for this route. Alright. Scraggy! Apologise to the Moners, it might mean an untimely end because of the bad match. Alright. I think Howlucha is like the anti-Scraggy. Like, I think Flying Press turns this guy into, like, a stain on the floor. Yeah, it fucking does. Alright. That guy was 33. Let's go and get the next encounter quickly. And then we can... Then we can advance. And that, I believe, will be our only other encounter of the stream. Which... bit sad, honestly. I know some people are still waiting for their eggs to be pulled. Hopefully we can pull them in Pony. We get, like, a bunch of encounters once we get to Pony, though. We get the Seafolk Village. If we get Seafolk Village, then we immediately after get the, like, the first coast. Then there's the, like, other bit of the coast that we get to. Then there's the canyon. That's only 4. Alright. Now then, let's get our next roll. 9! Give it up for number 9. 9 is... Oblivion! All caps. Oblivion in all caps. Any claims to Oblivion in all caps? Earthquake is in Resolution Cave. Resolution Cave is where you catch Zygarde in the post-game. Magnemite! Not gonna say no to a Magnemite. Might have to use Magnemite at some point. Oblivion might be the guy to grind up. Just before the Ultra Necrozma fight. Because obviously, I think I sent him. Oh, you... It's not really got your naming scheme, though. And all caps? No, this is yours. No, this is yours. The greatest Magnemite known to man! This is the only moveset a Magnemite needs. What else? What else do you need on a Magnemite? Name one other move that would be useful on a Magnemite than Lock On and Zap Cannon. It's just this. It's just this. That's a Magnemite. That right there, that's a Magnemite. Oh no, it's learning more moves. No. No. Orbital satellite laser, exactly. Alright, although, if I'm honest, Oblivion just needs to lock in. Real. Yeah, if I'm honest. Death Star, look at us. I might slap Toxic on Oblivion. And... what's it called? Tried to roll against Ultra Necrozma with Oblivion and Toxic. Because it was our Magnezone last time. Oh, that's a thought. I might do a quick fly. Because we're going to 33. I think at 28 we evolved into Magneton, so I might power Oblivion straight into Magnezone, because that sounds quite smart to me. To me, that seems quite smart and sensible. Much like the moveset. The moveset's also quite smart and sensible. I think the only other move that would go well on Oblivion is probably Nasty Plot. It does have Focus Sash instead of Sturdy, so yeah, viable. Okay, cool, cool. Wanna know what the hidden power type is on Smashy Bros? Oh yeah, what is it? Oh, don't spoil. Never mind. Don't tell me. Keep it secret. I think I might have started to come to a conclusion, actually. Alright. Apologies for the slow start. Things will be getting more interesting from here, I promise. I promise things will be getting a bit more intriguing from this point out. What's your theory? I can't remember. Do not know. Sorry. I forgot. Okay. No, I know what you're thinking. No, I've already explained what I'm doing. Oh wait, is his spacebar fixed? His spacebar's temperamental, isn't it? I'm so happy they added this. It just makes the, like, Vikavolt and Magnezone so much easier to get. I guess Vikavolt's a pretty, like, logical Pokemon to get right off the Mount Hokulani as well, anyway. Alright, Oblivion has evolved into Magnezone. You love to see it. You love to see it. Now then. Now then. Okay, Oblivion's level 33. That's the level Oblivion's meant to be. So, let's... No, I keep trying to fly from one of my Pokemon, and I don't know why. I don't know why I keep on doing this, but I do. So, let's try to stop that. And let's also, now that we leveled up with Alright. Randomly, the Z, X, and C keys started bugging with the spacebar. Might be because you're overusing them. Or it's just a bad keyboard. You don't want to be mean to it. Please be mean to the keyboard. Get a new keyboard, Brugger. Oh, I just realized Z, X, and C. You may be playing a bit of Pokemon on that thing, huh? Alright. Yeah, the team's ready. Let's roll out. Autobots, roll out! Okay. I thought you'd say Hollow Knight. I don't know the Hollow Knight controls, Ruger. I hate to say it. That is not knowledge I have. As someone who has never played Hollow Knight before, I have no idea what the controls are for that game. Alright. It's ZX and C. You know, that's starting to make sense, actually. I'm starting to fathom that that might be the case. Alright. Let's hop straight into this fight with Rainer, I think. And then you two hang around. Alright. I still think it would have gone despicably hard. Sorry, this is like an entire tangent that I've had in my head in the last 5 seconds. I think it would go despicably hard if Ultra Necrozma called in Ultra Beasts. I was literally just trying to think about how I could use Rainer against Ultra Necrozma. I was wondering about giving Rainer the focus dash so he could tank a move, but I'm unsure if that would let him get an attack off first, because Rainer's probably going to be slower than Ultra Necrozma. Which means I'd just be getting the first attack off, but that first X-Scissor wouldn't kill. I'd need to Swords Dance a little bit. Oh, this guy's a higher level. But, ouch. Okay. Okay. That was a 60 base power attack. Just to be clear. Oh, that means it was an 80 base power attack, though, because of Technician. Technician buffed it. That's why it did so much, right? Surely. Right. Yeah, even if you had Bullet Punch, a +2 wouldn't kill. Reckon you need +4, and then it's unlikely to get it off. Exactly. X-Scissor is normally 80 base power. I'm talking about Steel Wing, Ruger. Steel Wing is what I one-shot the Haunter with. Because X-Scissor would have been not very effective due to the fact that... I know there's a Skull Grunt somewhere down here, but I cannot remember which side. This one. I'm right! I'm so smart. Alright. I may be stupid, but at least I'm not smart. Couldn't be me. I'm so intelligent. With that kind of beef, I guess I could immediately U-turn, right? Like, that could be the dub. Okay, this is a horrible matchup for Rainer, I think. Yeah, no, everything Rainer has is not very effective against Marini, which isn't really what I'm looking for. Okay, so it seems that my team is uniquely suited against not Marini. My team in general seems to be very not Marini ready. Ginny might do okay. Let's find out. Want to know what's your favorite line in any game? Guo go bo, guo bo bo. So I added the nuts into the statue. Oh no. The real power move is having a large and smooth brain. What are you, a oh wait, no, koalas don't have large brains. I guess that would be a flex. Having a brain that's so big it's still got, like, a good surface area despite the fact it's being smooth. But even so, the fact it isn't wrinkly means it's not the best brain you could have at that size. You have a second Pokemon, what's your problem? Don't do that. I don't even have any special fairy type moves yet. But I'm also not a fairy type yet. Okay, I need to do something stat about the poison, I think. Raina will tank anything Rini can touch. Yeah, but, what was that move? Oh, God. Like, the worst part is it's always Felix's Pokemon. Felix just arrived! What the fuck? What cruel? What? Genuinely uncalled for. The stars aligned in that way in particular. I'm like impressed at how bad that series of events is. I need your Starmie. That Vulpix just went down to like a dark attack. I'm gonna be real. That Starmie would have also fucking died. Let's keep it 100% right now. I appreciate your faith in your own Pokemon. Don't think that's quite the matchup for it. I'm gonna go get that other item, and then we can go and put Vulpix to rest. I'm sorry, Felix. Welcome to the stream. I hope your day was going alright before this point. I hope before that happened, your day was going well, and you were having a really good one. Dark resists dark. Why are we bringing up dark right now? Father of 6. Like, the part that makes me feel so fucking guilty is out of the Pokemon we've lost, I think most of them are Felix's. Like, we've lost like 6 Pokemon or some shit. Most of them are Felix submissions. Like, come on, man. I'm doing you so dirty, Felix, I'm sorry. Didn't it die to a dark move? It did. I don't see your point, though. Maybe it's because he got most of his mons at the start. I mean, like, true enough. But Rob's ain't. Okay, who am I adding to the team? What types do we have? We have Fighting, Flying, Water, Grass, Fire, Dark, Bug, and Steel. Do we even... Oh, wait, we do have one... We have... No, wait, we have a couple of Felix mons in the box. But, Smashy Bros is literally here. It was raining. Like, I didn't switch. I didn't switch because I thought Vulpix could handle the Grimer. I was like, oh, it's a Grimer. Vulpix is pure ice at the moment. Vulpix can handle this fine. This is a great matchup for Vulpix. Except, it just fucking wasn't, apparently. Who am I adding to the team? Like, at this point... Alright. At this point, we're, like, getting to the point where, What's it called? We could actually get Egglocke if I add Tapu to the team. But the issue is Starmon fits into like yeah, but it's another tanky water type. Decently tanky, right? Starmie's got some bulk to it, doesn't it? Surely. Like, alright. It's pretty solid. The only thing I need other than that is, like, some good psychic attacks, and I believe we got psychic just now. We got Psyshock just now, honestly. Not particularly. It's a glass cannon especially, I see. I'm not sure the coverage is what we need right now. I think coverage-wise we're doing pretty well. We've got some pretty damn good... We've got some pretty damn good options for attacking mons. But our only real defensive mon is Wishy-Washy at the moment. I've already read the message, Brugger. It's clear you really wanted to tell me what the hidden power type is, though. So, cool, I guess. Just wait, one time... Do not worry, do not worry. Starmie is, like, one of the main follow-ups for when Kiddie Pool dies. Because Kiddie Pool is good, but when Kiddie Pool crashes hard, you know? Kiddie Pool is a Pokemon that, like... Wishy-Washy is a Pokemon that's, like, really fucking good. Really good. But, like, falls apart like a house of cards. I'm trying to figure out what the best Pokemon to put on the team is. Wait, wasn't Jellu a bit at fault? Wait, why are we blaming Jellu? What? Huh? Why is Jellu getting put under the bus? I'm so confused. There's one other encounter we can get. Just because I wanted to keep the surprise doesn't mean you can say that. Like, are you still talking? Are you talking about the death that just occurred, Brugger, or are you talking about the hidden power thing? And if you want to tank them boat face, fuck, I forgot about boat face. I don't know. I've already got 2 of your mons on the team though, Rob, is the issue. Oh, I need to get the Psychium Z from here anyway. Normal water. The normal water's yours. Oh. Why did you give me the choice? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get the encounter. And then... we're going to get the Psychium Z, because we haven't got the Psychium Z yet. I keep on being like, yeah, I'm going to do things now. And then I keep not doing things. And I'm very sorry for that. I'm a little bit apologetic for how I keep on being like, yeah, I'll do things, and then not doing things. Alright. So that's where it is. Indeed. Alright. Well, do not worry, by the way, Jelly. I do not think Vulpix dying was on you at all. Alright. Your Pokemon aren't here to carry. They're here for story. What's an Egglocke without some losses? True enough. I killed him. Glad you've owned up to it, honestly, Jello. I was really fucking angry at you for killing Vulpix like that. Just so uncalled for. Like, I was gonna, like, ban you on the download, but, like, because you've come out and admitted it, I can respect that. Alright, let's see if I can actually remember how to get this fucking item. Where are my repels? That's not them. Well, it is them, but, like, I know I have super repels somewhere. There they are. I think you need to grab the moonstone, also the moonstone? I think we just need to count the rocks. If I'm honest. Because that's like one rock. That's 3 over there. That's 4, that's way too many. Well, maybe that's the one rock. No, that's not the one rock. That's 3. Oh, shit. For Bob. For Bob! Right, of course. Unless this was the way I was... No, this has just looped me back around. Shit. No, it's fine. I got this. Okay, it's not going to be the 4. Surely. I think I might be missing something, if I'm completely honest. That was not what I was hoping to happen. I was always terrible at this part. I feel like I'm good at floundering. I think we want the type coverage. We got grass and steel. Jangmaro might be decently tanky, but unfortunately doesn't seem to do well in some fights ahead. Yeah, that's my big worry about Jangmaro. What's this guy's problem? I called it Bobby because I didn't want to bother myself with trying to spell it correctly. 5? Alright. What's the bottom? Okay, no, the bottom's the one rock. Bob the 5th. I see, that's fair enough. I'm starting to think it's not in order of number. No, unless it is and I need the 3. Okay, no, I'm fast-boarding. I do not fucking care. Can I, like, leave? Because, oh, I fucking hate you. You're so bloody annoying. Fuck off! Go away, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Thank you. I fucking hate mandatory encounters like that. Not like mandatory, but... Okay, the 3's at the bottom there now, so do I need the 4 next? Leave me alone! The other ones aren't submitted. That would have been really funny, actually, just submitting, like, a bunch of the same Pokemon over... Okay, with someone we haven't been before. Hey! I'm so smart. Can I fly out of here? Yeah. Alright. I should have submitted many different Staryu, exactly. That would have been... That would have amused me. Because it would have been like, what are we gonna get this? Another fucking Staryu! I would have chuckled. Alright, let's get our next encounter. This whole time I was like, man, I really wonder if we're gonna get to like, I wonder how far we're gonna get past Lucamine today if I'm not careful. Like, I hope I don't have to end stream too early. I've spent half of the stream faffing. Fucking faffing around. Number 2! The second egg! Blaze. You see, this sounds like a fire type, which really doesn't cover any of our weaknesses. Gonna be honest, starting to sound like a Pokemon that isn't gonna cover much. So Charmander. That makes sense. That's a pretty Charmander core name. In the grand scheme of things. That's a pretty Charmander core name. Any claims to Blaze? Any Blaze claimers in chat? Alright. We need to get Blaze level 35. That's almost the Charizard. This is probably the worst part. I'm really, really grateful in Scarlet and Violet they let you just, like, power level Pokemon all the way up. I realized I didn't check Blaze's moveset. I'll do that the next time Blaze learns a move. You know, I'm gonna speed this up. Okay, Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw, Flamethrower, and Thunder Punch. That's pretty peak, actually. I think maybe Flare Blitz will be good to learn later. Or, like, Fire Punch or something, but that's pretty peak. Doji is Leaf Green. The second is when it reset your progress. Third is in Heart Gold. The fourth was you don't know where he is. And the fifth is here. Hell yeah. Alright. Could be one of those elusive Area 51 ones. I was wondering. I almost just forgot Dragon Dance. Just scary face. It seems to have a pretty competent moveset. And I know Area 51 was saying that his mons had competent movesets. We'll have to ask if he stops by today. Alright. Issue is... Scarlet Violet has so many quality of life improvements. And also removing set mode from the settings. It gives you severe whiplash. Yeah, it's like... so many little things to help speed up the game. And also one little thing that slows down the game. Quite confusing. Well, I guess it slows down the game. I don't know why. I was thinking of battle animations. I think they did remove that in Sword and Shield as well, honestly. But set is just as bad. Like, my brain fused the two. I think I'm going to go with Tapu, is my hot take. I think I'm going to take Tapu along. Ice beats Dragon. It beats Flying, which is good. It beats Grass. We already have Grass coverage. But I think Galele is going to be... You know, I should have submitted a Dratini. Once you used Dragonite and Gold with Thunder Punch and Fire Punch and Ice Punch and Surf to beat the Elite Four. Oh, hell yeah, hell yeah. Dratini would have been cool, but fair enough, fair enough. Battle animations are at least a bit faster for the most part, so I've learned to live with them. That's fair, that's fair. I still think it's weird they've entirely removed those features, though. Set Battle Style, I'd say, is worse. I don't get why they removed Set Battle Style. Because I always try to play with it when I'm, like, doing challenge runs. But the issue is when it's... when I'm on shift, like, my mind's like, oh, I'm on shift. No, my mind isn't like, oh, I'm on shift. It just accepts that the game is shift. And I fear that I'm gonna... I worry that when I'm on shift, I just... use it. Even when I'm trying not to. It's easy to see the message, and when you're not thinking, just go along with it. This is the girl who likes Carnivine, I think. Who am I leading with? Is it still Raina? It's still Raina. Intimidate. I mean, I designed Staryu around shift. I mean, yeah, we're on set. Hence Natural Cure. Oh, I see. Natural Cure's still good, though. It's not like we're not going to be switching, you know. The blunt truth there is, like, we're still going to be switching Pokemon when we need to switch Pokemon. Like, Natural Cure is still a useful ability even without shift. It's not an ability that needs the shift playstyle. That's for certain. Oh, it's just a bloody sticker. Alright. Let's go Kiddie Pool and El Beliador. That's the location I always evolve Gudra at. Makes sense. It is raining. Oh yeah, I just noticed you're also streaming on Twitch. I indeed am. I multi-stream. I got both of them going. Having my cake and eating it too. Greetings, Twitch chatters from your neighbours. I like it. It's like you're talking across the fence in my head, you know? In my brain, I feel like you guys are like talking across like the fence, you know? Maybe that doesn't make any sense, but it makes sense to me. Alright, Scraggy eviscerated. Alright. And then I think this Pawnyard is also going to be pretty... El Beliador is perfect for this, very much so. El Beliador. One-shot Guzma's Golisopod last battle. And I might try to go for that again, honestly. Because he'll outspeed. With the Angel and Devil on your shoulders, except we're both Devils. He did. You should have been there. It was cool. We then lost Arceus to Masquerain. Oh, it's Nanu! It is Sandals. Hi, buddy. Nanu's cool. Ula Ula really has some of the coolest characters. It's got Nanu, it's got Acerola. I think she's funny. Nanu is a Alolan Larry. I think they'd get on well. I think in another universe, the like big ship with Larry and another character from another game wouldn't be Larry and Kabu, it'd be Larry and Nanu. But because Larry was added alongside Kabu, it's them instead. Shouldn't it be the other way around since Nanu came out first? You make a good point. You make a good point. Alright. I think... Did I lead with Yoshi? Nanu is the Kabu of Larry. Nanu is the Dark Souls of Spyro likes. I was really worried that I'd led in with Yoshi there, and this would be a horrible matchup for Yoshi. It wouldn't be that bad of a matchup for Yoshi, because, like, these guys are first stages, but it wouldn't have been a good matchup, you know? It wouldn't have been great. Alright. Oh, you're also fighting, that's fun. Just be very careful later on. Or am I being careful later on? Alright. No, the Plumeria fight was before. The next Plumeria fight is after Guzma's final fight, which is interesting. Like... Are there Avoid it. Hey. Uh-oh. What was I gonna say? I feel like this has got to be one of the only cases in which you fight the leader of the evil team for the last time, and then you fight one of their admins afterwards. Like, especially during the main story, you know? Might as well do a bit of healing while I'm here. Alright, I'm trying to think of, like, other examples of it. What I'm saying is quickly falling apart. Technically, if you count Red and Blue and then the Gold and Silver as, like, sequels, then you very much do, because you fight Archer after you fight... I think there's a double... Yeah, there's a double battle through here. You fight Archer and all the other admins after you fight Giovanni, technically. But that's a bit of a stretch. I'm not going to act like that's gospel. Wait, 4-hour retrospective of depressed middle-aged men in Pokemon. Real! That's the kind of video essay I want to see. Enough of those, like, has Pokemon lost the plot bullshit videos. I want to see 4-hour video essays on the depressed middle-aged men in dead-end jobs. Larry's such a funny character to me. Because Geeta would be a really likable and, like, would be a lot more likable without Larry existing. You know? Are you then? Exactly. Pokemon is putting in the effort to represent your side of the fan base. And I respect that. Like, what was I saying? Yeah, no, Geeta is, like, a champion. I know a lot of people don't like her because she isn't that strong and stuff, but she's an interesting character. She's, like, a benefactor of the school. Like, a big funder of the academy. She's the chairwoman of the Pokemon League. She's a very successful businesswoman and a strong trainer in her own right, in the lore. And, like, she often does, like, kind things. Penny, like, straight up breaks the law and steals arguable money from the League. And Geeta's response is to hire her. Like, you could argue about child labor and shit, but it's clear that in the Pokemon world, the laws aren't quite the same as they are in ours. So, like, you could argue that that is maybe kind. But it becomes a much more malicious kind of action, especially in combination with how much Larry seems to fucking hate his job, and how tired and overworked he seems. Like, all of Geeta's kindness falls apart in the face of that tired-ass businessman. Because what kind of boss would let one of their employees get to that point? You know? Just like the Uno meme of the reverse card of use Gilmore as the lead and King Gambit as the last Mon. She does actually switch them round. To be fair. I don't need Iron Defense. In one of the later fights. I think one of the fights from the DLC. She actually leads with Glamora and finishes with a King Gambit. I really think that Geeta would have been a much bigger threat in Gen 5 prior. Because maybe even Gen 6? The adult man is not okay, but you don't mind the literal child? That's also a good point. But I guess again on my, like, it's clear the ethics of child labor in the Pokemon world are rather different. But still, why is there a 9-year-old there? Why they got a 9-year-old on the payroll? And, like, the back of her hair kind of looks like Geeta's. Is this nepotism? Did Poppy get in via nepotism? I think Poppy's related to Geeta. This is just nepotism. I've remembered fully the context of Poppy and I've got angry again. You're right, Jello, I'm sorry for doubting you for a second. Poppy is a Nepo baby. Just putting it out there. Literally! She's literally a Nepo baby. She's a Nepo baby in the most literal interpretation of the term. I guess the context of Poppy being 9 makes it much more logical that the protagonist is meant to be, like, 14. She has no Gen 5 or lower mons, only Bishop by extension. Yeah, but that's not what I'm saying, Brugger. I mean, in any game prior to Generation 5... In any game prior to Generation... No, in Generation 5 and prior, maybe Gen 6? I don't think Gen 6. In Generation 5 and prior, the way that trainers worked was they always just looked for the most damage they could output on the current Pokemon that they're fighting. So they wouldn't save their strongest till last, you know? Cynthia's Garchomp was especially a big threat in games like Platinum because it could come out at any time. Cynthia's Garchomp could be sent out into any of your Pokemon, and especially if you're playing set, that's a massive fucking threat, you know? Was just the fact that her Garchomp had no limit on when it could come out. And I think that's one of the big things that makes Cynthia so powerful in Gen 4. I think she is still pretty strong in BDSP, but I think especially Gen 4 she is like an absolute menace. Because of the fact that Garchomp can come out at any time. And that's like the general thing, is like trainers' aces don't always come out last in any game prior to Generation 6, I believe is... I think 6 is when they implemented it, so that, what's it called? I think 6 is when they implemented it, so Mega Evolutions came out last. So it was like a big final showdown, which makes sense. But in Generation 5 and prior, your ace can come out halfway through the fight, which means Geeta would have been a much more functional trainer in that, because her Glimmora would be much more likely to come out a lot sooner. Because if her, because she probably could have done more damage with the Glimmora a lot sooner, which would have meant that the Toxic Spikes would have been more likely to actually have an impact. Did Ash's dad ever appear? No, but they released this kind of like epilogue-ish episode of the anime, which I found fun. I think it was set in the I Choose You universe, as in the movie I Choose You universe. Because it depicted Ash swapping from the Sun-Moon hybrid, with Sun-Moon Kanto hybrid cap, to the Kanto cap. And Ash's mother called... It's another fucking Marini. Let's try not to lose a Pokemon to this. I loved that movie as a child. I choose you. Who am I sending into this? You know what? I'm gonna trust Rob. Yes, I Choose You is a banger movie. I'm not questioning the I Choose You choice. I thought it was pretty quaint. I'm not a hater. As a child is the part I'm questioning. Because it makes me feel old when I realize things that came out when I was like a late teenager or like childhood movies for others, you know? Especially, like... Well, yeah. Like, I Choose You just doesn't seem that old in my head. But in reality, we haven't gotten a Pokemon movie in, like, 3 years. And the last one got delayed. Multiple years. I'm just gonna fucking Z-move you, honestly, Chief. Wait, it came out around when the Nintendo Switch was coming out, too. Exactly. Ash's dad is Mr. Mime. Wait, I didn't finish the story. Yeah, basically, the plot of this little mini-episode was Ash had to get to a town because his dad was going to meet his mum there. So Ash was rushing to the town so he could meet up with his dad. But by the time he got there, his dad was gone, and then his mother gifted him the Kanto cap. His mother gifted him the Kanto Ash cap. Which is quaint, I like the story, but they kind of edged us on meeting Ash's father, and that's a bit mean. Alright, Mr. Mime was there way after he's born. Yeah, no, let's be clear. Mr. Mime is Ash's adoptive dad. Mr. Mime is Ash's stepfather. His biological father is... I can use Smashy Bros. Is still up in the air. They just don't want to do it ever since everyone would be disappointed no matter what. Are we talking movies or next console? I can't remember if I said that out loud. The point about how, like... There's not been a console since I Choose You. New Nintendo console, that is. I feel like I've had 17 conversations and not finished one of them. I'm trying to remember what other points I was making, but I cannot. Oh well. And if they showed the dad now, it'd probably be kind of disappointing. Yeah, no, I don't think they need to show Ash's dad, personally. Like... Yeah, I just don't think they need to. It was never really that big of a question on my mind. Mostly because, like... I think the only time Ash really ever had... They should show him and have him be another Mr. Mime. Oh, no. Hello. What was it called? What was I looking for? I always thought Ash's dad should be a Ditto. Why are all of you guys so convinced that Ash's mother is a zoophile? You have 30 shiny Alolan Raichu from the event. Everyone's gotten so many Alolan Raichu. Hidden Power is super effective against Smallant. It's ground type, Brooke already told me, I just remembered. So one shot. Everyone's getting so many. Like, Tank Sproul said they got, what, 140 of them? You have 5. 5 is still a good number. Rob got, like, 5 as well. That's still a big number. That's still a lot of one shiny to have. Oh, I forgot. I still need to get Flare Blitz off Smashy. Do not lump innocent people with these guys. Wait, who? We're stocking up on the surfer rats like it's toilet paper in 2020. Because they're never... like, Alolan Raichu's never going to appear in a game again. And that's why you need to do it, you know? Like, if I get, like, 2... If I get 2 Alolan Raichu... I'm gonna be so fucking mad. An Ice Stone! Wow, guys! We can evolve Vulpix now! We can evolve Vulpix now! We can do it! We can evolve Vulpix! This is that great! Isn't that wonderful? You're 167 now. You want that recluse mark so bad. That's so many. What are you gonna do with them? Why is he in the swimming pool? Look at this guy. He's having a fucking blast. Look at him in there. Bro is having a time. Bro is trapped, I think. Do you think he can even climb up a ladder? He's a grimer. Where the fuck did he go? Did he disappear? Never mind. I was wrong. Why did they make a new stone to evolve only 2 mons? Brugger, I really fucking hate to say this. But, like, every generation since 7 has added a new evolution item that evolves, like, 1 mon only. 2 is, by all means and conditions, a pretty good number for a stone that now evolves more Pokemon than just 2. I'll just toss them into home and keep them in case people missed the event, and then you can just send them one. That is smart. That is kind. I should probably read these. I forget. Poison jab. Six in the 1 in 200 chance without buffs and sandwiches on top of that. That's like 1 in 144 chance. That's like the verge of hacking odds. It's absolutely crazy, honestly. Again, if I get like 2, if I get 2 on Monday, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be molding. Alright. I've seen some people get like 9 in one sandwich. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm gonna do my general and just do like a load and Raichu the whole stream, to be clear. Just so everyone's on the same page. I'm gonna be doing my usual bit. Uh-oh. I don't like that. Can you not, please? Hey, Trubbish. I've been thinking, and I don't want you doing that ever again, thank you. Good chance to use all them herbers, exactly. And what's it called? So, 3-hour stream. I'll be using about 6, so I'll be using about 12 herbers. Considering I have over 100, that's probably about 10%. I should probably switch. Billiard door. The fish is a very high level. Alright. Okay, I apologize if my mic is all of a sudden really loud. I accidentally turned it up. Which is better, Twitch or YouTube? Both have their advantages. I've been finding that I've been getting more new people coming in on YouTube. The ways my community has grown has been a lot better on YouTube. And it kind of makes me wonder if I should just go back to YouTube at some point, but I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to depart from Twitch just yet. Because I feel like Twitch is a long game type platform, you know? I feel like Twitch is if you do it for a long time, it'll actually pay off. I do like how YouTube is actually going to, I was 2 minutes delayed. Just start the ice stone thing. I'm bummed. It was my fault. I said myself, oh, I shouldn't use Vulpix until I got the ice stone, and then I used Vulpix before I got the ice stone, and it fucking died. So entirely on me. But what's it called? Yeah, no. Twitch I think is a more like long game type platform. Twitch also has lower monetization requirements. You can support me more directly on Twitch by subscribing and giving me bits and stuff like that. That is actively available and easy to do on Twitch. It also means I have emotes available on Twitch already, which I'm a big fan of. And then obviously Twitch also has blurp, which means people can play the funny sounds and stuff. Viewer rewards are on Twitch. Simple as. And people really like the viewer rewards. People really want to make me say the funny cat words. Like Mango, who's saved over 100,000 channel points to make me say the funny cat words for 15 minutes. And I think that's good over on Twitch. But I think both have their advantages and disadvantages. Still a little concerned that I've done, like, a bad job at, like, splitting my audience in two by streaming on both. But I'm not... I forgot to heal Smashy Bros. My only real concern on the matter is my views on YouTube have seemingly plummeted since I've started multi-streaming, but I feel like that might just be a coincidence. I don't really see why there would be a direct line between those two things, because my live stream views haven't been quite as bad. Like, my live stream views have, like, gone through the general motions. But I'll stop talking about analytics, because I don't think you guys care about that as much. So yeah, I'd say, like, people find my stream easier on YouTube, but Twitch has better things to make people want to stay. Still leading with my poisoned Pokemon, that's fucking awesome. Who are you going to send out? I think she sends out a Raticate, honestly. My memory's great. Well, maybe I can just sense patterns. Just the last skull had a Rattata. Alright. Just go back into Rainer. No reason to reinvent the wheel. Well, I got your stream recommended to you yesterday, so that's how I found you. Oh, straight up recommended! You weren't, like, Googling Pikachu raids to join. So it seems like YouTube doesn't hate you, at least. Yeah, no, my issue's more on my shorts, which I was getting pretty good views on for a bit, but lately have not been doing as well. Found this off the shorts page. Well, I guess that's proof that maybe my shorts aren't doing horribly. But yeah, that was like my general hope for doing shorts, was that they'd bring people across. But, that was months ago. That's also a fair point. But I think you did start watching my streams after I'd started multi-streaming, though. And that was when my YouTube views started getting a bit iffy. My shorts views, that is. Yeah, found the channel a while ago, but started watching just before June. Oh, I see, I see. I get you. yeah, no, my hope was that Shorts would do just that and bring people like you across to the YouTube channel. But I noticed that my subscriber count was getting really high, but people with lower subs counts than me are getting better views on their streams. So I started realizing that getting loads of people subscribing via YouTube Shorts is great and all, and does boost my sub count, but it doesn't really... People watching Shorts aren't that guaranteed to want to watch live streams. So that's why I decided to start multi-streaming, because my, like, pitch to, I guess, myself was... I'll stream on Twitch and direct people from my Shorts to my Twitch instead of to my YouTube. Because people who follow my... People who follow my Twitch from my Shorts... Almost got caught by that guy. Did I heal? I did. People who follow my Twitch from my Shorts would be more likely to watch my streams. That wouldn't be like an 100% turnover rate, but it'd be a better one, was my logic. And then obviously my Shorts views started going down immediately after that, so that was fucking grand. I think I need to start doing new things, is the blunt truth. But the issue is I've been very caught up with other things between now and then. I need to like start cooking up new ideas. I've been trying a bit. I tried with that how to get a Pokeball in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet tutorial thing. Then I did the who's the strongest Pokemon trainer, and that did alright, but it didn't do like great. I wouldn't mind going back to YouTube, but I do like the funny woo moments. Exactly, that's the thing, is I do really like the channel point redeems. You barely do any long-form content. I fucking hate editing long-form content, is the truth of the matter. I do not like editing long-form content. Which is why, like, I tried to kind of combine long-form content with short-form content in the Pokemon Sword with only G and Pokemon Alpha Sapphire with only Red Pokemon. The Alpha Sapphire one got about 200 views, which is one of my highest viewed videos on the channel. The Sword one got like 17. Don't know what the difference was between those two. I wonder if I should go back and do a thumbnail change. But long-form content, I'm not all that big of a fan of editing. I like cooking up the ideas for videos and stuff, but the editing process itself, because I have ADHD, I find it very hard to focus on. So, like, editing a short video can take a couple of hours for me. Because I'm, like, always getting distracted and looking at other things. YouTube Shorts brain rot. No, ADHD. Wrong. I have a disability. The YouTube algorithm is a fickle fiend. It is quite. I should probably try another one. Another Shorts series. But I'd need, like, an interesting hook, I think. I think the issue is with the Red and G only ones is I like kind of leaned into focusing on the Pokemon I caught. The battles were generally skipped over. It was like I did this to win the battle. What was it? I swept I swept B with Dragon Dance Gyarados, which was like the general victory method in that was just using Gyarados, which it works. It worked really fucking well. Gyarados is one of the best Pokemon. Just putting it out there. Putting it bluntly. Gyarados is a brilliant Pokemon. Level 20 isn't that high. It is very easy to get a Magikarp to level 20. Especially these days, you know? Especially these days with the Universal Experience Share. You can just catch a Magikarp and stick it at the back of the team. Gyarados is one of the best Pokemon. Nowadays, Gyarados even has a good moveset. One of the biggest limiting factors for Gyarados before was its moveset, because they did not want to give it a good moveset, because they knew if they gave it a good moveset, then it'd be way too broken. It didn't learn a water move until, like, a very high level. But these days, it learns a water move by, like, level 25. If I made a game, I'd got Gyarados. Hate to say it. I would take away those water stabs, those early water stabs from Gyarados, and replace them with other moves that are still good, that are still useful, but not as good as water stab. Because Gyarados getting water stab at such an early level is so broken. It makes it a monster immediately, off the bat. And it's too much. It's too much. Like, I'm gonna look up Gyarados' moveset, because I stand by it being one of the best Pokemon. Gyarados' moveset in Scarlet and Violet... Fuck, they've made it even better. Okay, Gyarados gets Waterfall, an 80 base power, 100% accuracy move at level 21. In Generation 4... it only got Aqua Tail at level 35. It got Aqua Tail at 35, it got Ice Fang at 32. And it only got Bite at level 20. If Gyarados came out today, it would probably require your Magikarp to use Splash like 40 times to evolve or something. I think that would be the case if... weird evolution methods don't tend to extend to Pokemon introduced that generation, I've noticed. It's only Pokemon that... Poison Jab... Uh-oh. Bounce Sweet? I think it's still Tapu Koko. No. Alright. Finizen is a weird one, I agree with that, but Finizen isn't too far away from just a regular trade evolution. You need to be in another player's co-op and evolve at level 38. But I feel like that's an outlier. Like, Scovillain evolves with a Firestone. Tinkaton evolves just by level up. It's only when you start looking at Pokemon that, we're, like, very close to Guzma, so I'm gonna do it with Healing. Oh, we actually have a full restore, that's nice. Yeah, there's another trainer here. But yeah, the Pokemon that evolve weirdly are Pokemon like Galari and Yamask, which evolves into Runegregus, taking a certain amount of damage and taking it to that area. It's Farfetch into Surfetch that evolve critting multiple times in a battle, which I think is a cool evolution method. I think a lot of people lump that in with the, these are so weird. These are so weird. Why are these evolution? I think the crit to evolve is one of the coolest. Just putting it out. Like, that's my opinion, though. And then it's stuff like, Quillfish and Stantler's evolution methods, I feel like can easily be considered weird, but they're not that out there, considering the Pokédex tells you to do those. The Pokédex tells you to use those moves in those specific styles to evolve. Which means Overquill's only a weird evolution to get in, like, Scarlet and Violet, outside of that original context. I'd say stuff like Primate with Rage Fist and King Gambit needing to take out multiple Bisharp that hold a specific item. That's a weird evolution method, though, I'll give you that. But I don't think Magikarp would be an evolve. I think it would be Magikarp modern day. Magikarp in the modern day would be like level 60. That's my take. Magikarp in the modern day would be a level 60 evolution. I mean, it's got a high base stat and attack than some legendaries, so having that at such an early level is pretty broken. I mean, what they should do is, like they used to, give it a special base move to start, and then wait a bit longer to give it physical as it starts special. As it starts its special is less than half and its physical. No, exactly. Exactly. I agree with you. You're right. That, or weaker, non-stab physical attacks. Because it gives you Bite and Ice Fang as you work up to that Aqua Tail. And Aqua Tail... Aqua Tail is, pretty useful. No, pretty useful. Aqua Tail's useful, but it's got shit accuracy. Aqua Tail is a very temperamental move and it can miss. And that's why I think it's good that you get Aqua Tail. Level 60 is the new level 20 when you think about it. That's what I'm saying. No, I was looking at it. I'm not sure if you guys have seen today's YouTube short. Would highly recommend watching it. But I was looking at when Pokemon evolved. Evolution levels. And... like... a lot of Pokemon have been evolving at really late levels, even lately, you know? Arctibax evolves at level 54. Larvesta evolved at level... no, not Larvesta. Dracloak evolves at level 60. Skrelp and Noibat evolve at level 48. Mr. Mime evolved at level 42, which is weird because Mr. Mime into Mr. Rime is one of the only, like, non-weird evolutions for a, where it's type. Morgrem and Hattrem are both level 42 as well. Sandygast is level 42. Like, a lot of the later evolved mons are still, like, Gen 5. But I feel like, in general, the level Pokemon evolve has been getting later. Like, Corvusquire is level 38. Compare that to, like, level, what is it? 32 for Staraptor? It's 36 for Pidgeotto, but it's, like, it's level 35 for Fletchinder. Level 34 for Staravia into Staraptor. So, like, levels have been getting later. Someone had to be drunk when making the Gen 5 evolution levels. What you're doing is you're taking a lot of the Gen 5 Pokemon out of the context you find them in. Pokemon like Pawniard, you find very late in the game. You know? Like, I think Pawniard is a less ridiculous evolution level when you consider that you get it on the last route in the game. So they're thinking, okay, if you find a Pawniard at level 40, you only have to level up 12 levels to get it to evolve. That's, like, the mindset there. The Pokemon were built to be evolved in the areas you find them. I feel like that's been less true lately, but, they kind of shot themselves in the foot with experience candies, letting you easily skip to level 30 plus within a few minutes of work. I think experience candies are a symptom of the general... I'm not going to say issue, because I know not everybody thinks it's an issue. But it's a simple, like, truth. And that is Pokemon's shift to trying to be friendly to its VGC metagame. I've gone on rants about this before, but, like, the mints and stuff. Pokemon are meant to have different natures and stuff, so every Pokemon you catch is different. That's interesting. That's an interesting way of doing it. But the issue is it made optimal ways Pokemon could exist. So they had to add in the mints for the VGC. Like, they had to add in mints, because otherwise grinding for VGC takes a lot longer. You could get a perfect IV Pokemon, but if it's got the wrong nature, it's entirely useless. So they needed to make a mechanic that switches natures. And I think that's fine in Sword and Shield, where all the mints are in the post-game, but just being able to find them in the Wild and Scarlet and Violet, because they want you to be able to partake in VGC as quickly as possible without having to speedrun through the whole game. Like, I think mints are very antithetical to a lot of the ideas Pokemon presents, and I'm fine with them in the post-game. I'm better with them in the post game because the post game is like, I feel like when you're meant to kind of like cultivate and make your teams as good as possible. I think it's weird they're in the main game though, because especially Scarlet and Violet's main game isn't challenging enough to warrant that. Like, people always yell at me in Nuzlocke for like not using Pokemon with like optimal natures and shit. It doesn't fucking matter. Pokemon games aren't that hard, even like the older ones. People are always like, Pokemon used to be harder. And while I could agree maybe a little bit, like, it didn't used to be harder by any real degree. Using Pokemon with unoptimal natures is only a bad thing when an unoptimal nature means you're probably not going to out-hit or outspeed a Pokemon in VGC. So Guzma, got a plan? I do. Guzma has maybe 3 Pokemon this time. I think he might still have 2. I'm going to use Albeliador exactly the same way as I did with Golisopod, where I Swords Dance turn 1, and then Flying Z-move, and that should just kill him again. And if it doesn't kill him, it'll put him in a health range where he'll switch out. At which point Masquerade's going to come in, and then I'm going to switch into Smashy Bros and kill it in 1 hit. I'm going to make sure Guzma's Masquerade doesn't have, like, a nasty water attack. No, Sun and Moon. Okay, he has 3 Pokemon this time, and one of them is a Pinsir. Oh, that's a thought. I need to get Flare Blitz off Smashy Bros. Alright. I should have learned Fire Fang when I got the chance, I think. Because Flame Charge is all I really have. And Flame Charge just isn't that good. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get a better physical fire attack for a while. Yeah, no, we're definitely not. I think the only real option we're going to have is, Flame Charge. Bluntly put. Which isn't all that great. Does he have a Caesar? Not in the current fight. He's got a Pinsir and Masquerain again. Masquerain should go down pretty easily to Incineroar. Pinsir should as well. I'm just a bit worried about stockpiling on those Flare Blitz recoils. Why is there an exclamation mark when it's unable to learn a move? By TM, there is. Unable! Able! You know. Yoshi's entirely off the table here. Kiddie Pool could work, because Kiddie Pool's got absolutely insane defense. I mean, just take out weak shit, then buff yourself for something stronger. It very much is. Alright. Like, I think Kiddie Pool's going to be the better bet. I think I might try Smashy Bros, but I think Smashy Bros is pretty quickly going to tire himself out with the Flare Blitz. I think Kiddie Pool's going to be a pretty good bet for Pinsir anyway. And I'll lead him with Albeliador for Golisopod. Really what I could do is kind of... Oh wait, Ensign's going to take neutral damage from bug attacks. Okay, I'm not sending in Ensign. Ensign might be a mistake. Could have given him Recover. I think the issue is more Flare Blitz. I'm going to be honest, Brugger. That recoil is pretty shit in a Nuzlocke. In like a VGC match, it's fine, because like taking a bit of recoil, Smashy Bros is probably going to die in like a VGC tournament. Wait, no, Incineroar's, like, pretty good with Fake Out and stuff, isn't it, normally? Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, oh, it might be good against Pinsir because of that Intimidate. If he sends in Pinsir immediately after, that might be fine. Albeliador, I'm probably going to have to switch out, especially if it's Masquerain. But, If it's Pincer, Elbeliador might be able to take out that as well, if I heal it in time. Hawlucha has what defense? It's pretty solid, right? 85. Worse than Incin. Definitely worse than Kiddie Pool when it's actually transformed. Who the fuck made Kiddie Pool minus attack? Did they just want it to be timid? Did they think that was funny? Rain will probably be able to tank some hits and damage something here. True enough. But Masquerain has Air Slash and Pinsir has Storm Throw, which worries me. It might do a good enough job, but I'm a little bit concerned. Okay, I think we know step one. Step one's easy. So let's get shit sorted. Let's get shit flowing. Once again, I forgot we were here for Young Goose. Huh? Can I just U-turn to get damage off if needed? That's a great point. That's a great point. Especially since I'll be slower. Could we give for a free switch into Incin? We'll see how much Golisopod does to Hawlucha in this first bout. Golisopod should outspeed, is the blunt truth. I don't think it's gonna Sucker Punch, unfortunately. If it did, that'd be really funny. I think it's probably gonna Razor Shell. Razor Shell's gonna do some nasty damage, but it shouldn't kill. If it does... We're a level higher as well. Okay, Swords Dance. Okay. You know what? I switched to Fighting Z move. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, we can still work with this. Too fucking right we can. Oh, that's why I switched. I remember now. My fucking heart leapt out my chest then. My heart leapt out my chest then. Rocketed from my chest. I nigh on bricked myself. I was like, oh fuck, Elbeliador, no. But no, that was fine. Elbeliador wasn't going to die, because that was always the plan. Okay. Supporting both sides of this battle. Masquerain did a fucking number on me last time. Honestly, I'm worried about Bug Buzz. This seems like a fine matchup in theory. I've got special defense for, like, days, though, to be fair. Like, a neutral attack? I think we do fine against it. Darkest Lariat is effective. I think we might be able to get a bit frisky here. No, because it's currently bogging us down. Speed-wise. I think I might just Flare Blitz. We're probably not outspeeding it yet. I guess I just worry that... You know what, let's Swords Dance to see how much Bug Buzz does. I should have fucking healed to see how much Bug Buzz does. Okay, that's some gnarly damage, I'm gonna be honest. A Flare Blitz might have knocked it out and we probably would have lived. I think maybe I played my cards a bit too safe here and fucked myself over. Might have to switch right into Wishy-Washy. Okay, how much damage was that doing? Lay it to me straight. Over half. Fuck, okay. That was on me, I should have just attacked it. Now I'm gonna get an 8 shiny Raichu, yo! Alright, fish time. Bug Buzz does a lot, but this is a wishy-washy. Oh, do we transform back? The moment that hits. I can't remember when schooling undoes itself. Alright. Transform back at the end of the turn? Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to switch into Rainer. Bug Buzz is going to do nothing. Maybe fucking not. Bloody hell. That... No, that was a neutral attack. Right? Was that neutral? I forget. It's always the end of the turn, not when you send it in. The issue is everything he has is still alive. Even Golisopod. We probably outspeed Golisopod, but, like, it's still alive. No, not very effective. Okay, we need to do something then. If that's half damage, and it did... What's that? 36. Regular damage. Okay, it's a 90 power attack. So we're looking at 15 less for Air Slash. I'm just very worried what happens if Golisopod comes in next. Like, bluntly put, I've let this team take a beating and I really shouldn't have. I've taken a massive fucking risk here. I really, really fumbled with... Like, if How Lucha had that Z-Crystal, we would be fine. Because Golisopod wouldn't be looming. But Golisopod is looming and it will get another first impression. I think we live one Air Slash. But that's a think. Wishy-Washy needs to be healed no matter what. Wishy-Washy is a Pokemon I heal immediately. Because Wishy-Washy needs to enter the field. Simple as. And I think Wishy-Washy is tanky enough to outpace Pinsir. Incineroar's the other Pokemon I think I really need to actually be built up. And other than that, Howlucha I think is number 3 on that front. But Howlucha is more of a Pokemon that needs to enter the battlefield. I'm going to heal Wishy-Washy this turn. Air Slash is going to do less to Kiddie Paw. Which means I might not devolve after an attack. Oh, it could use anything this turn, though. Okay, cool. I was really worried it wasn't going to school there. It might go for Bug Buzz anyway if it's feeling RC. Okay, no, it's gone for Air Slash. Yeah, that's done a lot less. Maybe not enough. I'm not sure what the exact threshold is. Maybe this will save us? I get it, everyone's leveling up. Fuck! Gliscod? Gliscod. Shit. Okay. It's first impression or sucker punch. It's first impression or sucker punch. Going into Lucha. If it uses a Razor Shell, then that's just on me, and I'll have to take that free switch in. First impression, okay. The only move it can outspeed me with at this point is, what's it called? Sucker Punch. And that won't kill. Whew, okay. And Pincer, last and least. I think everything Pincer has is not very effective against me. Against El Beliador. Two right. Okay. That means I just acrobatics until it dies. Nothing else to do. Really wondering about trying to get something on El Beliador that unburdens it. Alright. Not gonna lie, Slitherwing is cooler than Guzma's team. I mean, but to be fair, how is Guzma going to get a Pokemon of the ancient past? I don't think that was ever on Guzma's cards. I feel like that's not quite his fault. Maybe I should learn Headbutt. Oh well. Alright. That fight was a bit closer than I would have liked, but it went well. Yes, they all lived, just. This time, everybody lives. But, don't worry if you're hoping for deaths, because we've still got Spike Lady on, and Nanu. Changed my mind. Wait, have I? Yeah, Bullet Punch. Maybe I would have. I was gonna say we could probably, like, Swords Dance sweep Nanu's team, but I'm kind of worried about Croc Rock, because it has Swagger, and if it gets that off and I hit myself, I don't think I need to fill in the gaps. I don't think the blanks need to be filled in here. I like how they kind of explain where Team Skull went in this. A lot of Team Skull are still around. Nanu's like, it's weirdly empty here. Go on. Okay, no, he's mentioning this first. The 50-yard stare. I like that he's kind of... Though looking around now, it seems there are fewer folks here today. They actively acknowledge the fact that Team Skull have all gone up to Aether. And I find that cool. Because normally, the evil team base just clears out after you beat it, you know? Normally, you beat the evil team base and they all just fuck off. So I enjoy in this, they actively have the evil team, everyone in the evil team base fuck off. Because they're all going to Aether Foundation. I like that. Personally, I think that's cool. Alright. No, they didn't take the car. I thought they took the car. Alright. Now then. It's interesting how many actual roads there are. The thing about Po Town, were these walls made before Team Skull? Like, I'd assume so. Because they're such big walls. Why did Potown have such big walls? How did Team Skull entirely fucking take it over? A lot of questions, not that many answers. Okay, pretty airy fight, but let's fly over to Tapu Village. Not sure there's much to do in between now and our next bout. What level is Snova? 28. It's getting to the point I could try to use it. Okay. Gonna need to keep an eye out for Gladion. I think he's gonna lead with... that one guy, Zorak. His team's got the best villain team since they actually got something done. To be fair, I think most villain teams get something done. It's just you stop them at the final hour. Like, if there wasn't, like, a 10-year-old prodigy there to stop most evil teams, like, Giovanni's little schemes would have gone on fine. He would have taken over Silphco. I don't know what Team Rocket would have done in Gen 2. Then Archie and Maxie woke up the destructive gods of nature. They woke those up. If you didn't stop them, they would have fucked everything up. They achieved that. Cyrus almost made a new world in Diamond and Pearl. In Platinum, he probably would have destroyed the world still because they implied that. In fact, I don't think he would have. I think Cynthia would have saved the day in that game, in Platinum. If the player wasn't there, I think Cynthia still would have saved the day in Platinum. But Diamond and Pearl? Cyrus had a solid chance of rewriting the universe there. Because Cynthia doesn't even fucking show up. Black and White? N captures the legendary dragon. He gets it. And... man, oh fuck, does he beat Alder with it. If the player wasn't there, N would have been able to just get on loudspeaker and be like, hee, everybody, can you really show Pokemon, please? Like, you could argue Sharon and Bianca would have stepped up to the plate, but, right, I should stop quite procrastinating, but, the trust the world has in these children is insane. Law enforcement in the Pokemon world seems to be entirely one guy who likes cosplaying as Columbo. Hey, there's more law enforcement in the Pokemon world. Like that tired old man who lives outside the gang's city. Goober, hello, how goes it? I hope that your weekend's been going well so far. Today we're playing Pokemon Ultra Moon. We're doing an Egglocke, where I got my viewers to send me in a bunch of eggs, and I'm using those Pokemon instead of regular encounters. And we are just about to fight Gladion and Nanu. One after the other. It's a real shame that someone got the got the Vulpix killed, because the Ninetales would be really useful for Sableye. Nanu's Sableye, that is. Alright. Law enforcement in Pokemon seems to be entirely one guy who likes cosplaying as Columbo, so it makes sense. Oh, I already read that one. You got more, however. Mystica, hell yeah. In Black and White 2, it gets to still be able to freeze all of Unova? I think so, because N played right into his hands. Ghetsis' whole plan there was get N's attention in Opallucid, which he did. And then, summon him to the Giant Chasm so he could take over, so Kyurem could take over his dragon. In an alternate universe, there's the implication that the player from Black and White, like, would show up with their dragon to save N's dragon. But that doesn't happen in Black and White 2. So, since Colress fucks off, I think Ghetsis probably would have been able to, right? I'll point this out. Starmie can learn Dazzling Gleam. Nanu should be fine. I think we have enough to deal with Nanu. Even with Sableye. But, there he is. There he is. But, maybe I should focus on the Gladion fight, but I'm not going to. I'm going to keep talking. Lysander would have fully powered up his machine and wiped out all life on Earth. If, This really is a better fucking be Zoroark moment. There's your favorite white boy. That's Zoroark pilled. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Kiddie pool. Gladion always struck you as such a whiner. That's fair. He's meant to be like a kind of like edgy, thinks cool of himself type. Which kind of means he is a loser. He only becomes a not loser later. I was going to say, I think acrobatics is still the strongest move you have. I find it funny, the Pokemon X, Lysander wanted to give immortality, and Lysander and Y wanted to kill everyone. Wait, he wants to give immortality to everyone in the world? In X? This is Zoroark. This here, Zoroark. Watch. It'll just be Crush Claw and do, like, loads of damage. That's a Zoroark core move. Didn't he want to start, like, a new world? That was Cyrus. That was Zoroark! I knew it! Kiddie pool is such a high level, what the fuck? I mean, like, kill the others in Team Flare and, oh yeah, no, he did want that. I don't know why he wanted that. I don't really know what that was going to achieve. Because he was like, yes, it will return the world to nature, and, like, it might do that. I guess. I feel like it would cause a lot more problems than fix, to be honest. But yeah, without the player in Sun and Moon, Lusamine just kind of would have combined herself. I need to switch again. I could try and Z-move it. Howluch is pretty fast. Howluch is pretty fast, and Type Null's pretty slow. How do you spell Type Null in this? Like that. Okay. Howluch outspeeds this thing. Just a Z-move kill it. Because it's pretty fucking defensive, isn't it? Ooh. I think it has a solid shot, but if I don't, then, Alright. I'm just not sure how I'm gonna... Like, as if this doesn't work, I'm gonna go on a pivot match of how many Pokemon can I switch through. I think it might just be the best bet to all out pummeling this guy with an 170... That'll kill! That's an 170 base power stab, super effective attack. That will surely kill it. I love taking risks, especially unnecessary ones. They're unnecessary, they're my favorite. Lysandre is so funny, because in Gen 6 he got memed on for being a silly, goofy guy and wants to destroy most of humanity for being ugly. And then in this game he goes and does it. Like, oh no, he was serious? He kinda was. Bro was not... That's not gonna kill. Oh, wait, no, it did. Okay, cool. For a moment, I got worried there, but nope, I was fine. Xerneas is a deer of life and your battle's a bird of death. True, but... I thought... Like, Lysandre's plan doesn't... Like, Lysandre's plan is always, I think humanity are making the Earth ugly. I want to kill them all. Unless you're part of this exclusive club you have to pay to get into. I'm not ready to come, because I want to heal first. I always forget how Oranguru turns around at the end of that cutscene. Like, why the fuck does he do that? What's wrong with being ugly? I think in Lysandre's terms, ugliness is more like what humanity are doing to the world. They're ugly because of the way they behave. Like, yeah. So he wants to kill humanity, but he's a human himself. I don't think it's that far-fetched to assume the guy who wants to kill everyone's a hypocrite as well. Like, he thinks he's better than everyone else. Kind of like Cyrus, who thinks he is an unfeeling cool guy. Alright. I think Kiddie Pool's the best first pitch for Sableye and Croc. Kiddie Pool is... This is why I like Kiddie Pool. Kiddie Pool's cracked. If Cyrus doesn't have friendship with Pokemon, how did he get a Crobat? I find that so funny, because you have to wonder how intentional it was that they gave him a Crobat. Like, didn't they give him a Crobat because, like, oh, it's the final evolution of Golbat? Or do you think they were genuinely thinking... Do you think they were genuinely, like, thinking... Wouldn't it be funny? Wouldn't it say something deeper about this character if he was friends with one of his Pokemon? Isn't that like the main theme of Pokemon antagonists? Hypocrisy? I feel like a lot of them are either hypocritical or like... I guess only Maxie and Archie No, N gets to the end of the plan as well and is like, I don't want this actually. I don't want this at all. Ghetsis is very much a hypocrite. So Ghetsis and Lysandre very much kind of go for the dual hypocrisy bits. Lusamine isn't a hypocrite as much as she is, like, horribly self-important. And that's why I don't think there's any character assassination or Lusamine's worse than Usam. I just think it shows a different kind of character who pushed Lily to the same extremes. But I think Usam Lusamine, in a way, makes Lily a better character than Sun and Moon Lusamine. Because in Sun and... You know what, we can talk about this in Aether. I'm gonna go fight Nanu. I've wasted enough time. Alright. I always find it funny doing this scene in the daytime. Because obviously in Sun and Moon, I did this at like 4 PM. I did this at like 4 PM. And it was like dark outside. No. No, I'm wrong. Sorry, I had a lapse in brain for a moment there. Okay, I will. What was it called? In Sun and Moon, I bought this at like 9 PM. It was late. I was thinking, I re-rationalized it because I thought I was playing Ultra Moon. But no, I played through Sun first time. This. So it was late. So it was nighttime when this happened. And that made sense. The nighttime raid on Aether made a lot of sense in my head. Why would you do it during the day? Alright. He's going to fake out this first turn, which is going to be really annoying, but oh well. But yeah, this like infiltration just taking place in like the middle of daytime is so funny to me. Is this gonna do a lot of damage? No, not really. I was kind of worried then. I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no, is that gonna do damage to me? And then it just kind of didn't. And it just kind of fucking didn't do any damage at all. I should have been brining this whole time because brine isn't gonna miss. Alright. Yeah, I wouldn't say hypocrisy is like a good theme with all the antagonists. Some antagonists are very hypocritical, but I was hoping you weren't gonna do that. You got this, kiddie pool! Come on, kiddie pool! You got this, kiddie pool! Come on, kiddie pool! You got this, kiddie pool! Way! Okay, kill it. Kill it in one hit. Yeah, okay. Now we can switch out. Alright. Obviously it's a Reina. I'm going into Reina now. Oh, I should have given Reina the buggy MZ. I didn't do that. Oh well. Haha, that's what I was hoping you were going to do. You fool! Do I want to get a sword stance off? I guess it doesn't matter if it takes 2 X's to kill it or it takes 1. This shouldn't kill. I should resist it. The fucking angry-ass Garfield. When John say no lasagna. When John say no lasagna, Garfield. That was a bit more damage than I was banking on happening, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how to put this. Oops, oopsie daisies. Oopsie daisies! Oopsie whoopsies! Alright. That's still a lot of fucking damage. 9 Garfunkel! That's still a lot of fucking damage. And I only used that because I healed, I think. I'm gonna heal again, just to double check Reina isn't about to get killed. I think Lucimina Newsome is a cool example of dramatic irony. The player knows how she could turn out thanks to Sun and Moon, but the characters don't. Okay, feasibly we could live this, but it's also a big fucking risk doing it in the first place. So I think I'm going to go across to... No, Smashy Rose is a bad idea. Albaliador tanks it, and outspeeds for a flying press. Alright, you're right. But yeah, no, I'll explain my thoughts on oh, it doesn't outspeed for a flying press, actually. Yeah, it doesn't outspeed at all. That didn't do any damage, though, because I resist that. I just felt like I should Z-move to finish Nanu off, because it's funny. I think Howlucha should have gotten a personal Z-move. Hot take. Howlucha should have gotten a personal Z-move that's like a flying fighting Z-move that works off a flying press. I think that would have gone really hard. You 100% agree. I have a hunch you're a Howlucha fan, so I'm not surprised. Howlucha's like a Pokemon I think is pretty cool. Howlucha's a Pokemon that I think would go hard if got an evolution. Alright. Nanu defeated. Almost at Aether. Wow, it is. I'll go on a little bit more. But I think we might end in the, I think we might end in the undergrounds of Aether this time. We might do the first Faber fight, and then go to the undergrounds of Aether. Technically, I wasn't lying, because we still fought Guzma and Nanu today. It's just I managed to waste a lot of time And I also started really late. Because I had business to attend to in the lavatory. I remember words. I love remembering words. Plethora. Cadaver. Basement. Contraptions. Alright. Gladion! I feel like Gladion should be a Chinibio? I think that's the word. Like, all of his... The way he acts... No, his body language... Gladion's body language screams the idea that he should be a Chinibio. But he just kind of isn't. And I really wonder if he is in Japanese. How is so much cooler on Usum? Yeah, no, I like how... I think... People always kind of, like, rag on Usum for destroying Lusamin's... Like, for, like, being a worse plot. I think... Just attempting to be an edgelord... Exactly, exactly. Like, Team Skull think he's a fucking joke because he is a fucking joke, you know? Like, Team Skull don't like him because, like, he's, oh, I don't like it. But, like, imagine if Team Skull didn't like him because he was just a fucking nerd. And... Like, Gladion... He's a rich kid who's grown up in a lavish life up until this point, you know? Let's be real. His mother, very abusive. Let's not sugarcoat it. His mother, quite emotionally abusive. But... Like, he has grown up with a lot of money, this giant place to explore and shit. Like, he's still probably going to be quite snooty. Like, I wouldn't say it's far-fetched to assume he could be quite snooty in attitude all the same. So I think it would have been really funny to see a rich kid, like, to have Gladion's personality be rich kid who desperately wants to, like, seem cool and... seem cool to the cool and edgy to the people around him, but failing at it miserably. Like, I think that would have been a really interesting way to take Gladion's character. Not saying Gladion's an uninteresting character, I just don't think a lot of his body language that he often does fits well with who he is as a person. Because Gladion Gladion in dialogue... Gladion in dialogue is... Gladion in dialogue is actually quite cool. You know? Gladion in dialogue is quite cool. He has some sick soul reads on Hao off the bat. Like, he gets Hao's character down to a T on their first meeting. And, like, overall, the way he carries himself is pretty cool. But for some reason, his, like, body language is, like... In battles, he clutches his hand while shaking, as if he's got teenage arthritis. He, like, always, like, does this dumbass pose and covers his eye with his hand. Like, I don't get... Like, it's this weird contradiction, where if you just showed someone Gladion and his body language, like, that kind of, like, cut on his shirt and stuff, people would be like, oh, this guy's a fucking moron who thinks he's cool. But no, he's just actually cool. I think both Gladions work well. I just think it's confusing why his body language is so like that, when in dialogue he's just not. It's not like a big complaint I've had up until this point, and it's not a big complaint in general, you know? This doesn't really lower my enjoyment of the games, but... Gladion definitely has a Gaia Online account. I'm not awkwarding this. Oh, I am probably slow on this guy. Why did I do that? I want to vibe check Lusamin's computer. What does that mean? What do you mean by that? Yeah, that was on me. Anyway, Lusamine. Lusamine definitely has a Neopets account. Real, actually. But yeah, Lusamine's portrayal in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, I don't think it's necessarily a downgrade from Sun and Moon. Especially if you view Lusamine as a vessel for Lily. You need a computer. Oh, you just want to steal Lusamine's computer, I see. Oh, it's our speed enemy, that's not great. Yeah, especially when you view Lusamine as a vessel for Lily and her development. Because Lily is the main character of these games. I don't know if you guys have, like... Bonk. I got that right on time. You're not letting high jump kick again. I already got rid of that from you. What's it called? Yeah. Lily is the main character of these games. Simple as. The main character, like, the protagonist... The audience insert of these games are more or less just following along with Lily's story. And I think that's, like, a blunt truth. I think that's one of my biggest complaints about Sun and Moon, is the fact that the main character isn't the main character. And I really think they did it a lot better in Legends Arceus. They did a lot better in Legends Arceus. They did it okay in not in Sun and Moon, in Scarlet and Violet. Sword and Shield we're not going to talk about. You got to go, it's getting late, so goodbye and good luck on not losing. Thank you, Brugger. I hope you have a great night. But, what was it called? Shit. Let me reboot my brain quickly. Leon is the main character, Sword and Shield. Like, especially since he's clearly got his own thing going on there. Like, I get the intention of letting the adults handle the situations. Because it feels like the developers took the common criticism of Pokemon stories, where why is it always the kids saving the day? And they took it too literally. I think there should have been a lot of moments in Sword and Shield where Leon and Sonia run off to sort out issues, but then more issues pop up that you, Hop, Marnie, and Bede have to solve. Maybe not Bede, Bede's more causing them, but you know what I mean. Like, so there's actually more of a build-up. I don't know why you turn then. Anyway, I've fallen off my point again. Lusamine. Because I genuinely think Lusamine's a good character in Usam. Especially in contrast to Lily. Specifically in contrast to Lily. Turns out the adults solving stuff off screen is lame and bad. Yeah, apparently the 10-year-old always solving the issues was there for a reason. Apparently that happened for, like, a big purpose. Personally, I'm an advocate that Sword and Shield shouldn't even have had like, an antagonist. I think Team Yell was serviceable as, like, kind of evil Team Force if they really wanted to have one throughout the game, but they should have had the focus be on, like, the gym challenge itself, since I think that would have been a much more interesting story. But they decided that they had to have a fucking... Oh, the legendaries do something big at the end. Anyway, we're not talking about Sword and Shield right now, we're talking about Sun and Moon. And Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. So, Lusamine in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, what's her goal? She wants to get Necrozma and save the day. Why does she want to do this? And why does she do it so... in the way that she does? She introduces herself to the Ultra Recon Squad as the savior that they need. You know, she benefits them, well, she, like, houses them, cares for them, and acts like she's the exact savior that they're looking for, that they need for the duty. She abuses Cosmog. She abuses Cosmog in the name of saving the suffering Necrozma. So she puts one Pokemon down to to supposedly save another. I think it's clear that she's doing it for herself. She fancies herself a savior. And I think that's the big thing about Lusamine, is she... I should have probably learned Protect. She isn't a savior. She isn't a protector of Pokemon, but she really thinks of herself as such. And I think that she's exactly the same in Sun and Moon. That is a consistent character trait between Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. But it manifests differently in how she tries to connect with Nihilego and stuff. After losing Moan, instead of actually trying to save people, she just save people in Pokemon. She fancies herself a savior of people in Pokemon. And chases this very, like, idea of herself. She opens this Pokemon Conservatory. I think it might already be open, I'm not sure. But she definitely doubles down on the efforts of Aether kind of becoming this Pokemon Conservatory. But, like, if you look in her place, the Pokemon she wants to save the most because she thinks they're really pretty, she fucking freezes. That's not saving them. That's saving them to be vain. That's so she can walk into her little room every day, look at the Pokemon she's saved, and feel good about herself. Necrozma's no different. She wants to go and save Necrozma so she can feel good about herself. So she can feel like she's this big savior. Who is Lily in this? An actual savior. An actual person who wants to save people and Pokemon out of the good of their heart. She wants to help Cosmog because it's her friend, and that's... why else would she do that? And that's why she wants to help Cosmog, and she wants to help her mother. She wants to get Call of Legendary and help her mother, not because she wants the player to respect her, not because she wants people to respect her, but because she wants to save her mother. She wants her mother to be okay. Her mother's put herself in danger, and she wants to go and make sure she's alright. She does that with the goodness of her own heart. And it's exactly the same of, like, why she wants to help Necrozma and stuff, because she genuinely feels bad for it and wants to help it. And that's the contrast between those characters. Lily is motivated by a genuine sense of care and empathy. Lusamine is motivated by vanity. She wants herself to be the savior. She couldn't save her husband, so she's decided that she is going to be the savior from now on. This is a very misinformed, ill-manifested thing, because look at the people who she... Because look at the people who she's pushing down along the way. She's so content on this idea that she's a savior that she's pushing away her children, that she's freezing Pokemon, she's hurting Cosmog. Lily, on the other hand, saw Cosmog being hurt and leapt to its defense. Lily threw away everything for Cosmog, a Pokemon she barely knew because it was being hurt. Lusamine wouldn't do that. Oh, Lusamine wouldn't do that. Lusamine wouldn't compromise her own position. I guess maybe that's a vibes-based claim than a literal claim. But, I just think Lusamine is a good foil to Lily. Isn't her husband the guy from Poképelago? Yes. Yes, he is. But he cannot remember any of that because he fell through an Ultra Wormhole and lost his memory. Kind of like Annabelle from the Sun and Moon post-game. It's so funny that all the evil team bosses gather in the Ultra and Ultra Moon post-game and Looker doesn't do anything. But yeah, no. And that's why I think that Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon presents an arguably better Lusamine for Lily. Because in Sun and Moon, she doesn't go to save Nihilego. She goes... Well, she doesn't go to Ultra Space to save Nihilego. She goes to Ultra Space because she wants to reunite with her husband, but she's just kind of lost the way and has become obsessed with, like, the Ultra Beast and Nihilego in the process, you know? She doesn't want to save them, she just wants to, like, freeze them and put them in her underground place. But in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, it's a lot more, like, explicit. She wants to save Necrozma. She wants to save the Ultra Recon Squad's world. She wants their appreciation because she saved them, because she's their savior. it's a different form of selfishness than in Sun and Moon. Because in Sun and Moon, the selfishness is abandoning her kids and her life and everything. So I guess maybe my vibes-based assessment was wrong. But that's not the point. The point is fuck. Wait, should I even ask so far? We've not had Samsung. But does Blaze the Charmander ring any bells? But welcome to the stream, Area 51. I hope that your week has gone well so far. Weekend. What moveset? Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw, Flamethrower, and Thunder Punch. Because it ain't Brugers and it ain't Robs. And they're the general make actually good Pokemon people. We'll make like well thought out movesets and stuff. Sounds familiar. My lead is not that strong. It's not that good on health. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna ask Kite now. Dark Fandango, welcome back. It's going well. Ooh, I need to switch desperately. We're probably gonna end up sooner rather than later, but we're raiding Aether Foundation now. We beat Guzma, and we beat Nanu, and we beat Gladion. You don't like the updated Twitch? It's so finicky now. Wait, what's happened with it? It sounds kind of like a what-if scenario where the main cast is stronger characters. Blaze the Charmander. Blaze the Charmander. Because I remember Area 51 said, Hey! We got one of your mons! Maybe I will, what was it called? It ain't Samsung, but it's one of your guys. Right below Samsung, actually. I wonder if it got moved ahead then. Because it was number 4. Was it? No, I think it was actually after. Oh. I especially love how they made Hal grow so much. He goes from being kind of lazy and timid to being a bit of a badass, honestly. Yeah, no, I like Hal's development in, like, again, I mean, in terms of submission time, not box position. I see. I'm a little bit worried that Faber's going to ambush us. And I don't think I really healed that much. Oh, yeah, he fucking is, isn't he? But yeah, I'll probably put Smashy Bros away for a bit, and then take Charizard out. And then maybe I'll use Jangmo. Femboy the Jangmo. Especially because we got the Jangmo shoes. But, like, Hal fights with Tapu Koko against the Ultra Beasts. That's cool. I also like how people always pointed out the contrast and similarities. Okay, yeah, Yoshi is currently doing pretty bad. People always point out the similarities between the player and Hal's relationship and Red and Blue's relationship, where the player's always one step ahead of Hal, has the stronger starter and stuff like that. It's kind of like a role reversal. So I think Hal actually being the first person you fight as champion fits, because that's probably exactly what happened with Blue, right? Like, that's probably exactly what happened with him. He beat Lance, took the title of champion, and then the player waltzes in and fights him and then takes it from him. It's implied in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee that we got Flamethrower, but our special attack isn't that great. I'm not going to forget Flare Blitz for now, I think. Alright. But yeah, like, yeah, people always... I think Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon really are the ultimate versions of Sun and Moon, and are genuinely, better games in a lot of ways. I don't think the story is necessarily better, but I don't think it's worse, as a lot of people try to suggest it is. Like, a lot of people try to suggest, oh, it's a weaker... I don't think it is a weaker story. I don't think it's a weaker story at all. Oh, he's scheming. But, it's a shame because Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are so slept upon because they came out the year after Sun and Moon. I think if there had been another year gap, or Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon came out on the Switch instead, there would be such more... There'd be much better appreciated games. I think it's better to say if they came out a couple of years later than, on the Switch, though, because I feel like these games being ported to the Switch is a bigger trial than other things. Anyway, I'm going to switch to Pokedoku for now. I think this is a pretty good place to end off. I might do some team switching around, because I know Area 51 was wanting a Pokemon for a while, so I think we will use Blaze the Charmander. And I think it's probably going to be better to do a bit of team rearranging anyway. Maybe consider... I feel like we've had a lot of hard fights with Guzma, and I think I need to have a bit of a better team. Some Pokemon will be staying around. Kiddie Pool, Elbeliador probably will. I don't see any reason to get rid of Reina. But, I wish Gen 7 got ported to Switch. They look gorgeous in HD. I'd be interested to see. Blaze is level 35 at the moment, I believe, so it's not that far behind. We're meant to be about level 40, just over, at the moment. So I could probably just add Blaze to the team, really, but I might do a bit of grinding of some other Pokemon just to get ready. But Blaze is should be just about ready to add to the team. It's lucky because we only pulled like 3 encounters today as well. It's been a very battle-focused stream. Which I guess makes it also impressive that we only lost Vulpix today, considering some streams we've lost a lot more Pokemon with less intense fights. Anyway, Pokedoku. Let me just save again quickly so I can close this. Alright. Why would they suddenly now port the Pokemon games to Switch? I mean, I think everybody understands that that boat's long sailed. Thanks, Bell said it in past tense anyway. Wish I saw him. Hatchbin, was asleep. Understandable, understandable. I mean, you can always check in the VOD. But yeah, I feel like people have understood that that's not going to happen. But it would have been cool if it did. I do wonder what it would have been like if it did, though. Because I wonder how upscaled everything would have been. Like, would the models have actually been upscaled, or would we be looking at a bit of a janky? Just rewatch the whole stream. It happened just after the desert, which is a pretty, like, notable change in scenery. So you could probably easily find when we hatch the egg. I still want it, but yeah, it's not coming. Yeah, no, exactly. Hopefully we will get to see Unova in a remake at some point. To be fair, the fact we've got Legend ZA suggests that we could probably...
Back once again for the Renegade Mr. Basculin. D4 damage with the ill behavior. Mr. Basculin never has ill behavior. Poor choice in song lyrics.
Real, actually. Yeah, I know he doesn't. Speaking of Mr. Basculin. Mr. Basculin's dad can be put in on this one. Can learn Flamethrower. Okay, I fucking hate that. I'm not happy about that one. Dual Fairy type and Dual Ground type, and then Unova Fairy, Ghost and Ground. Unova Fairy types are Whimsicott, Cottony, and Ordino. I believe that's it. Just need to figure out which one of those is going to get the lowest. I feel like Cottony. 29. I think that's the middle. If the Switch 2 is a second screen like one of those big leaks suggest, I expect 3DS ports to come rolling in. That is true, but Pokemon haven't really been much of a porting company, is the issue. We got Virtual Console releases for Red, Blue and Yellow, and Gold, Silver and Crystal, but they've not really touched it again on the Switch, which is interesting, to say the least. So while we might get 3DS ports, I'd be surprised to see Pokemon ports specifically. Which is a shame, to be blunt, but Game Freak have seen... Well, BDSP is almost a port. Yeah, it's remaster, remake, in between, I'd say. But yeah, I'd be surprised if we see Gen 7 for a bit, but the fact that we got Legends ZA the fact that Legends ZA is coming out next year, says to me that maybe we can be a little more hopeful in just expecting the unexpected, if that makes sense. A Pokemon Legends Stars might not be that far-fetched for a Gen 10 game, especially considering that it will have been a decade since Sun and Moon released in 2026. Is ZA not based on Gen 6? It is, yes. A port is when you take a game and you take a game in its code and move it to a new console. So a remake is when you take a game and remake its code from the ground up. You remake the whole thing from bottom to top, all the way from scratch. A port... But what's a remaster? Remasters usually refer to re-releases of existing video games with refreshed assets, quality of life improvements, and are rendered at higher resolution and a frame rate. Okay, and then... Let me just double check port. Process of converting a video game so that version suitable for one platform becomes suitable for another. Yeah. Port is a copy and paste with tweaks made so the game doesn't crash. A remake is... Ooh, yeah. A remake is remaking the game from scratch. Generally, BDSP aren't remade from scratch, from what I understand, which I guess lends to the argument that they might be a remaster rather than a remake, but... I do think people get quite caught up on terminology sometimes. Dual-type fairy types. Let's go to Gen... I feel like 6 might be a bad one. I feel like Mega Gardevoir does tend to get pretty low, but I'm not sure it's going to get low this time. Obviously, Iron Valiant is a dual-type fairy type, but are people going to think of stuff like Iron Valiant and Slitherwing? I'd say so. Oh, you know what? I might put Tinkertink. 1.5, that's a bit high, I think. And then ground the dual types. Let's go with... Okay, Sandaconda isn't a dual type, that's a monotype. And... Are there any dual ground types in Gallo, though? Rhetorical, obviously. So I'm wondering... Oh, there is! There's Yamask and Runegregus. I'm gonna go Yamask. 1.2. Okay. That still seems a bit high. It's probably on the higher end of it. Gonna be honest. I don't think those are the best answers. Either of those. Bashir Legion, I think, is probably one of the better ones. And then Unova Ghost types. It used to be that Litwick and Lampen and Chandelier always got really low, but I feel like those have started getting higher recently. Other ghost types in Unova obviously are Yamask and Gothagrigus. A really good dual ground type. I can't say it can go in a different category. Interesting. BDSP is so weird because it has one-to-one recreation of glitches from the DS versions, so they must have reused the code at some level. From what I've heard, they did do that. From what I've heard, BDSP is built off a lot of Platinum code, and that's why mods came out for BDSP so quickly, because they only had to develop mods for Platinum, and then they could easily just retranslate them across. And that's why BDSP is so easily modded now. I'm not sure if you've seen, like, loads of people are, like, modding BDSP and making, changes. I wouldn't be surprised if we ended up seeing some ROM hacks on Switch, especially as the Switch 2 starts coming out and more homebrew software arrives for the Switch, and people try to make ROM hacks for later gens. Although maybe I'm jumping the gun, because we still haven't got that many Gen 4 ROM hacks. Like, Gen 4 ROM hacking, I know, because I had tried to ROM hack Gen 4 a little bit, but Gen 4 ROM hacking has actually come leaps and bounds from, when it started. It's a bit more finicky than Gen 3 ROM hacking from what I understand, but Gen 4 ROM hacking is like a genuinely good thing. I hope the Nintendo ninjas don't get them. I feel like Nintendo DMCA in games is a lot rarer than people think. I don't think it happens as often as people expect it to. It happens with some very high-profile games, but, like, Pokerogue hasn't been DMCA'd yet, and that was genuinely one of the biggest things on Twitch for quite a while there. So, like, every PokeTuber was playing Pokerogue for a period of time there. Like, and that didn't get taken down, so I'll never forget them taking down, Pokemon Prison. I don't forget that either. That and Uranium are the big ones for me. And honestly, Relic Castle. As someone who's had a lot of experience making Pokemon games in RPG Maker, not published anything, but I've had a lot of experience doing it. That was genuinely one of the biggest resource repositories for, no, brain. Come on. One of the biggest resource repositories for plugins and guides on using Pokemon Essentials, and that got taken down, and that's fucked up to me. I can't believe they did that. I'm genuinely pissed off that they did that. I think that they've put themselves... I'm not sure if it's the same people who put themselves up under another name, but I'm pretty sure another site has come up. It's called Eevee something, but I can't quite remember its name, so I can't direct you to it. Gen 4 hacks were basically all done by Drayano. Drayano has had a very big influence on Gen 4, has had a very big stay in Gen 4 hacks. And Gen 5 hacks as well, but I think there are a lot more Gen 4 hacks coming around. Who am I looking for? I believe it's something. No, I don't think that's it. So I'm trying to find someone specifically who I've been keeping an eye on for a while, because they've been doing some crazy shit with Gen 4 hacking. Longer than Silas, from what I understand as well. I don't know if you guys recognize the name of Silas, but Silas. Ad Astra, there we go. Oh, am I gonna have to log in to Twitter to do this? No. And this means I don't show my timeline. Because, like, look at the shit they've been doing. Genuinely crazy shit. Like, this is Gen 4, to be clear. This isn't Gen 5. This is Gen 4. See? Gen 4 battle system. Like, that overworld was all in Gen 4, which is absolutely crazy to me. Oh, let's turn the music on. They've done funky stuff with the camera. But they've been doing, like, great shit. I've been following them since I, like, did a few little hacks of Heart Gold for personal playthroughs. Oh, no, it's Diamond and Pearl for personal playthroughs. Like, this is absolutely insane. This is all in Gen 4. Like, this is one to keep an eye on. The other one to keep an eye on is they're making Pokemon Light Platinum a very prolific Gen 3 ROM hack for DS. But, that's... Oh, is that Wayward Cave? I don't think it is. Sorry, I'm keeping a strong eye on aDrive's hack here because I really want to see it. I really want to see it come to fruition because it looks so good. It seems like a proper sequel to Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. Would highly recommend following aDrive. I'm gonna paste their link in chats just because I really want to recommend them. Anyway, Pokedoku. No, I'll stick with Renegade. I don't think there's any harm in looking for more Gen 4 hacks. I'm not sure how many more there are, but, because again, like, Gen 4 hacking, the issue with ROM hacks, especially, like, big-scale ROM hacks, is they're very difficult and most people burn out before they're done. Simple as that. I'm a sucker of Gen 2 hacks. Oh, I had a Pokemon Coral. It looks pretty great, I think. Maybe I'll check it out. I'm unsure what I'm going to do after I finished Ultra Moon. I should probably do the Violet Nuzlocke, but I've not played a fan game in a really long time, and I feel like I should do more. I really like the look of Gen 2. I considered making a Pokemon Essentials game in the Gen 2 style a few times. I tried remaking Kalos in Gen 2 style, but I fucking burned out doing route... I can't remember the route number, but the route that's, like, looking over the cliff. You should definitely do a ROM hack. I've considered it at points. The issue is like, with my ADHD, I have an idea, I work on that idea for, like, a few weeks to a month, and then I burn out of the idea, and then I just move on to doing other things. Like, sadly, Coral's still in development. I think it's about halfway done. Not really sure. It does look good, though. After, I know there's another Gen 2 ROM hack called Black and White 3 that seems pretty cool. That's obviously a, sequel to Black and White, intended to be. I should probably finish Pokedoku. I told my friends I'd try and be on, finish with stream at a decent time, but they might be going to bed soon, so, it can always be your motivation? No. People aren't a good motivation for me. Trust me. People are not a good motivation for me, because if I tell people about my ideas, then, like, I get all the gratification for my ideas then and there, and then I don't feel a need to continue my ideas. Like, I can tell people about the idea that I might be doing something, and that gives me all the dopamine I need. And then I lose all my motivation for the project. Like, there are multiple things I want to get done that I've tried to get done, and I know if I mention them, like, my motivation for them will drop even more. Very relatable. I know it's, like, a common thing. Like, it's a genuinely noted phenomenon where when you tell someone about something, you can give yourself the the same amount of dopamines than if you'd, like, made the thing, so you don't want to make the thing anymore. Like, there are multiple projects that I still kind of want to finish, and I made good headway into, that I just lost motivation for, that I feel like it would be better for me to make than a fan game. And I still kind of want to finish those more than do a fan game, so... But... if one day I turn around and go like, guys, I made a fan game, then I've made a fan game, and that's awesome, but... don't go banking on it. Don't go banking on it. Alright. Cahir, focus. Unova ghost types. Let's go to Unova ground first. I spaced out for a second. Why did you send someone's Twitter? They're a really cool Gen 4 ROM hacker. I was talking about ROM hacks, so I was showing their account. It's aDastra. They're a really good ROM hacker. Big ups to aDastra, honestly. Unova ground types. Sandile, Crocodile, Crocodile. The other ones. Excadrill, Drillbur. Has Astra completed any ROMs? I don't believe so. I think they've helped on multiple resources for other ROMs and stuff. But, I'm not sure that they've completed any of their own yet. Not entirely unworth a shot looking at their Twitter, but I think this is probably the first time they've tried to do the Gen 5 assets in Gen 4. Alright. Like, I think that's the other issue with ROM hacks, is, and, like, me going back to them, is often I'll, like, Oh, wait, did they change the URL for Twitter too? Not gonna lie, it kind of looks like a not safe for work site based on the URL. Yeah, no, it really does. They've finally, like, actually changed it so it's no longer just Twitter. Which, yeah, no, it's sketch. It's such a bad name. You have to wonder if he's deliberately trying to tank the brand, or if he genuinely has, like, a 14-year-old's business sense and idea of what cool means. You know? Like, I find it funny that so many people still, like, act as if he's so intelligent and cool and smart. When it's clear, like... Well, when it's become very clear, especially with how he's, like, managed X. How shoddy his ideas are, and clearly, like, that and the Cybertruck show that he's not a good idea person, and clearly every good idea that's happened hasn't been him. Has been the people under him. Apparently, he said he wanted the SpaceX rockets' fuel canisters painted black, because he thought that was a cooler colour for them, but that meant they absorbed more heat, so they had to take more coolant, which made the rocket weigh more, which obviously meant they needed more fuel. He has that much money that he probably doesn't care that if he ruins the brand, it was just pocket change for him. I mean, it wasn't. He spent like 44 billion on Twitter. Like, still not all that big of an investment for the richest man in the world, but he did not want to buy Twitter, and people wonder if that's why he's driving it into the ground, because he didn't want it in the first place. High pocket change? Yeah, but, like, billionaires are really fucking stingy. Billionaires do not like spending money. They like making it. That's why they're billionaires. Because they want all the money to be theirs, not anyone else's. I think I damaged down the back of my sofa. You know what? I'd believe you. Were you supposed to finish the Pokédoku? I keep forgetting! Fuck. Ground types from Unova. It's the Stunfisk. Yeah, that's really high. Ghost types from Unova. I'm gonna put Frillish. That's also really high. Can learn Flamethrower ground types. Nidoking probably can. It can! Ghost types that can learn flamethrower. Giratina? No! What the fuck? Why not? I'm not even sure if there is a fairy fire type at the moment. Gengar, probably. Fairy types that can learn flamethrower. There's a chance like Clefable or Wigglytuff can in the grand scheme of things. I'm gonna go Altaria Mega. Hey! Okay, yeah, I got that wrong. I forgot Gorgeist can. I knew Gorgeist can. Oh, this wasn't that bad. Jellicent was the lowest. Mission equals 46. I got 158. So if I got on a low Pokemon here, then I would have done pretty well. Alright. How about that? Speedrun it did really shit. Oh well. I kept on rambling, so it's fine. I had a lot of rambles today. I guess I'm feeling better. But today wasn't a good stream for rambling, because I had to think. I kept on stopping before every fight, because I was just too busy rambling. Thankfully, this Monday, it will be a good ramble stream, because we'll be shiny hunting for a Alolan Raichu. We'd highly recommend stopping by for the Alolan Raichu shiny hunt, because loads of people have been getting loads, so you're going to definitely want to watch me get, like, one, and cry about it the whole stream. Because I will definitely be doing that. But yeah, thank you all for coming. I hope you all had great times. I certainly have. And I will be back on Monday. I hope you all have a great rest of your weekends. Goodbye and good night.